Friends, we now move on to the second factor of production, namely labor. What is meant by labor? Human efforts which have various power in it, which is used to produce something due to the physical exertion or due to the knowledge or skill, is called as labor. It is what is available in human being either by on his own, or by the knowledge that he has gained, or by the skill that he has, or by the physical work that he puts in. If it is used for a production, then that is the factor which is called as labor in economics. If, say for example, if a person works for his own satisfaction, or if a person uses it for his own family, or for his relative, or for his community, then that is not labor. Instead, if it is used for creating something to help the human being well-being as such, then it is called as a labor. It signifies as labor. This labor also has certain characteristics. What is it? One after the other, let me clearly explain it to you. First one is human effort. Labor, though it is also one of the factors of production, it is entirely different. It is the effort of the human being which is utilized under various consideration for production purposes. So the work environment, the leisure that is taken by them, the way they are being treated, everything is related to the labor. So it is the human effort which is meant as labor here. So the first and foremost characteristic is human effort. Second one is labor is perishable. What is perishable? Today, if labor is used, today the work is being done. Supposing if the labor takes rest today, if he is not used today, the work that he could have done today is gone a waste. Tomorrow he may do, but this extra work completely cannot be done along with tomorrow's work the next day. What is lost on the day one is lost. So labor is perishable. Third one is labor is an active factor. All that we need to just induce it to work. Labor he does on its own. That is an active work. The fourth one is labor is inseparable from the laborer. The laborer is the human being. The labor is the work done by him. He sells his work for a wages. So his physical work is done to earn something. That is what is the characteristic of this factor. The work of the laborer is inseparable from him. He delivers it for a return, that is called wages. The next is labor power differs from one person to another. Labor is heterogeneous as like of land. The power or the strength or the mental ability or the skill is not the same as one human being to the another. It differs from one person to another. When more incentive is given, the laborer may produce more skill. He may show more interest in it. He may work more. Or sometimes just the interest in him itself is a temptation for him to work more. But it is not the same in case of two human beings who look alike. It is different from each person. All labor may not be productive. As we said, laborer differ from one laborer to another. The work that could be extracted, the effort that one person makes may not be the same like that of the other. Certain ways you cannot tempt at all. He may not be ready to work. He might be idle. So he may not be productive, but whereas in other case, a laborer may be highly productive. So it differs from one to another. Next one is a poor bargaining power of the labor. He is a resource which could be used, but at times he is paid less when compared to employers, that is skilled person. The physical laborers, they have a very low bargaining power. They are used. The next one is labor is mobile. That is, he can be used from a place to another. He can be moved from one place to another where he is in need of. Next is there is no rapid adjustment of supply of labor to the demand for it. As we know, people are available in certain areas. They can be moved to a little extent, but they cannot be adjusted according to the demand. So the supply is one which cannot be adjusted as easily. The last characteristic is choice between hours of labor and hours of leisure is being decided by the laborer. The laborer thinks if he feels he needs a leisure, he may not work. You might not get a labor out of the laborer. If his leisure hour takes more, then the labor extracted from him will be less. But at the same time, if he thinks of taking little rest and working more, the labor that is obtained from a laborer can be more. So these are the characteristic features of the factor labor, which is the second factor of production.